Hi story lover! If you have turned on this video, you can be sure that these will be the most meaningful minutes that you spend your day on. Blinker Recaps publishes a new story every single day, and today I will tell you what happened in a small American town at the time of the solar flare, when its inhabitants lost the ability to fall asleep. Jill, an ex-soldier and a mother of 10-year-old girl, Matilda, and a teenage boy, Noah, going away when a sudden solar flare occurs and their car stops working. Other cars also stop working, causing a series of accidents and crashing this family into a lake. The family survives thanks to Jill's prompt action. Jill and Noah are looking for Matilda and find her on a shore without signs of life. Fortunately, the police manages to revive her. They get to the hospital and find out that the electricity is off for the entire city. There's chaos in the hospital. And when they return to the grandmother's Doris's house, it turns out that there's also no electricity there. Matilda's sleeping, but Jill and Doris cannot fall asleep. Noah is also awake and watches the falling stars. However, it turns out that those are in fact not stars, but satellites that fall due to the lack of electricity. Jill goes to work on a bicycle. There's confusion and chaos in the entire city. People have been taken to the streets because they just cannot fall asleep. They're deprived of the ability to sleep. Army units arrive and catch Jill secretly taking medicine. Mia Murphy, Jill's ex-boss, explains that the lab will set up an experiment to find answers to what is happening, because the main problem is not exactly the power outage, but the human insomnia. Mia Murphy wants to solve this because the human brain and the internal organ system is only able to function without sleep for a maximum of 96 hours. Jill's colleague, Brian, is also going to the lab, where the experiment's purposes is a woman who is the, in fact, only person in the entire world who can fall asleep, or so they thought. Jill accidentally talks to him and tells him that her daughter, Matilda, is also able to fall asleep. When she finds out about the experiments happening to the older woman, she runs home to save her daughter. Noah says that Matilda and Doris are in fact in church. There are lots of aggressive people on the streets whose aggression is caused by the insomnia. Jill and Noah come to the church where Matilda is located, and Brian so conveniently also arrives and claims that Matilda is special and is able to save everyone else. People in the church protest, and a local policeman shoots Brian in self-defense of Matilda. Panic begins, and the policeman threatens Doris with a gun in order to find out the answers where Matilda is. Jill rushes to save Matilda. While the church is in chaos, they flee. They are joined by Noah, who has taken some documents from Brian's wallet. Noah is sure to go to the lab. Jill, on the other hand, opposes it. Noah manages to convince her, and she ends up agreeing to go to the lab. The family manages to get out of the city while Noah and Jill are driving. Matilda is sleeping sweetly. Along the way, they encounter a series of strangenesses. Naked people gathering together at a sunrise, or perhaps in the city. Jill comes to the library to teach Matilda how to shoot. Noah and Jill haven't slept in a whole 4 days, and they have quite of a hard time understanding the maps in the library. While Matilda is asleep on her own, someone is slowly approaching her. It's too late. The car and the Matilda have been hijacked. When the prisoners surround Jill and Noah, she uses a weapon, but it turns out that there's only one bullet left. At the last moment, the hijacker dodges, returns, and saves Jill and Noah. Jill decides to go to the lab on her own, but the children are left in a lonely house in the middle of a forest. Jill continues her way and finds an army base where everybody uses medicine. Jill secretly enters the lab. She puts on a robe and pretends to be a doctor herself. She's considered an employee looking for a woman who can sleep, and which Brian talked about. She sees a woman who's experimentally afflicted and barely alive. Jill wants to save the woman because she believes she'll be able to take care of Jill's daughter, Matilda. Unexpectedly appears psychotherapist Murphy. Jill lied that Brian had told her where to go, and she came to help. Jill feels worse and just weaker. Jill sees Doge and Noah arriving in the car. She rushes to the car because she wants to save Matilda. The army targets everyone, and Matilda admits that she can in fact sleep in order to save everybody. Doctor tells Matilda that she can just help save the entire world. Matilda, on the other hand, she's an open skull monkey, and the doctors demonstrate that the monkey does not fall asleep even after inhaling sleeping pills. The doctor and Mayor Murphy want to try the other effect on Matilda. Matilda is afraid but agrees and falls asleep breathing in the ether. Murphy arrives at Jill, who is handcuffed, and gradually becomes unconscious. Murphy says it all happened at the time of the solar flare. Jill begs to release Matilda, but Murphy doesn't agree. Matilda's experimented, and she sees another sleeping woman die. A doctor uses a defibrillator, but it doesn't help. A bunch of military people start all killing each other and anyone else that they can find. The soldiers and scientists there have also some sort of injection that is supposed to help them stay alert, but basically everybody is around them still dying and suffering from hallucinations. Jill finds Matilda, but Murphy still doesn't let her go. The airlift syringe that the doctor injected Murphy, and she dies. Jill and Matilda go in search of Noah and try to examine the wrecked army. Noah receives an electric shock and loses consciousness. Matilda brings a defibrillator and tries to revive Noah. The morning in the barracks arrives quiet. The army has shot each other and there's nobody left. Jill wakes up at Noah's body. Matilda notices that Noah is still breathing. Noah's alive and Noah's asleep. So he had sort of regained his brain. Jill is getting worse. She's practically unconscious. Soon Matilda realizes something. She asks Noah if she died when they all got into the car crash, and their car was submerged in a lake. Matilda, Jill, and Noah escaped the car, but Matilda was briefly unconscious. Matilda realizes that if she died, came back to life, then they can sleep. And Noah died, came back to life, and now he can sleep. Then dying must be a secret. Matilda and Noah then decide that the way to save their mother is to kill her and then bring her back to life. Noah and Matilda pull Jill into the water. The children remain the mother's head underwater until she stops resisting and is dead. When the mother's pulled ashore, the children give her a heart massage, trying to bring her back to life. And the plan indeed worked. Did you like the story? If you did, then like and subscribe. And let us know down below in the comments what other movies should we do a recap on. See ya!